Welcome back, once again, to Let's Play Robotics Notes Elite. In the last episode, Frau Kajiro was made the 5th member of the Robotics Club at Churo High on account of Subaru's persistence and finally bringing Kaito along to help explain the situation. The condition that Frau set Kaito was, of course, to help her weed out the cheaters on KILL-BALLAD. Hence, the reason why Frau was club member number 5. Now there is the matter of getting the sponsorship from Sumio, of the Space Candy Company. So Akiho's trying once again. Yeah. This is already off to a bad start.
ロボ部の未来はジュンにかかってるの。普段通りでいいからお願い。そんなこと言われても。
Yeah. Junna doesn't like doing karate in front of others. Yeah.
というわけで、ロボ部員大徳純奈によるインパクトある空手の奥義スーパーなんだっけスーパーリンピー
And it's going to be anything but impactful.
スーパーリンペイです。
Yeah, this is definitely off to a fantastic start. I came here all fired up and ready to get a sponsorship, but yeah, unfortunately, Junna isn't going to overcome her timidness anytime soon. Junna's the only one who came with me, because of course. Kai is here, but he found an all-you-can-eat candy section in the lobby and won't step foot outside of it. Yeah, he was only here for the candy. As for Subaru and Frau, she's still calling her Frau, they didn't even say anything. Frau was not here, and as for Subaru... Yeah, this was a bad idea. After explaining our club's glorious history of highs and lows, and even showing off the Robo 1 runner-up machine, we were still turned down because we lacked impact. But today was going to be different. Today they'd see our true potential. Or at least that was the plan. Instead, we get more of the same. Jin's voice is overshadowed by the sexual harassment parakeet. God damn it. The CEO is pretty fit, and since Michi is a PE teacher, I figured it'd make more sense to try a more physical approach. The problem is that the first time I saw Jun do karate, impact was not the word that came to mind. So why did you think this would work? Honestly, she looks super weak. Might as well pack it up.
ありがとうございました。
We tried.
インパクト
お
Wait, that worked?
これよ、これこそわしが求めとったインパクトじゃ。
You know what? I actually hesitate to ask this, but Sumio, exactly what kind of impact have you been searching for?
大特産と言ったかの。君、我が社のキャンペーンガールをやってみんか。
Although then again, maybe I don't. Well, maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe Sumio actually can see that Daitoko is actually that Junna is actually trying her best in the face of adversity.
え
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. I didn't think the CEO was looking for a weak woodland creature like
読
Junna.
み違えた。完全に読み違えてた。
But hey, all's well that ends well. I can't screw this up. That being said,
社長、これこそがロボ部です。
that's yeah. I saved out as probably as humanly possible. This is
本当にあれでよかったのかな。
On the way home, I had Kai wait for us outside while June and I went to the empty field. On the one hand, we got his attention. On the other hand, I'm not really sure whether or not that was actually a good thing. I figured I'd talk to her a bit since she was feeling down about her performance. Things went amazing with Space Candy. They've agreed to fund us with 100,000 yen every month from August to February as our sponsor. You should take that with pride, which is awesome. So June has nothing to say.
She's also one much more someone Subaru and Frau. That's what I've been trying to tell her for a while now, but
なんか自分じゃ素直に喜べなくて、空手が評価されたわけでも、自分が人に誇れるようなすごいことをしたわけでもないから。確かに純の方って初めて見たけど迫力ゼロだったね。ぬいぐるみみたいにギュッて抱きしめてあげたくなっちゃった。じゃなくて褒めてるんだよ。すごく可愛かったの。空手で可愛いは褒め言葉じゃないよ。そっか。入って早々 ロボ部の役に立てたのは嬉しいんだけど、この先ロボ部のために私ができることあるのかなって考えたら、ちょっとそのもやもや。
June flashes a lonely smile as she looks out at the horizon over the field. The sun is setting. It'll get dark soon around here, but yeah, against all odds. The field we're in sits atop a hill, so there's always a strong breeze coming from the sea. It causes the wind's engines nearby to spin endlessly. The spinning speed changes with the wind's strength. Time flies as we mindlessly stare at them.
ジュンがロボ部に入ってくれたのはね、きっと運命だったんだよ。ロボ部って今結構みんなからバカにされてるでしょ。この前ロボ1で準優勝したのに、それでもあんまり評価は変わってなくて、教頭先生に目の敵にされて。
Yeah, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Usui is even more determined to try and shut down the Robotics Club.
相変わらずダメな連中だって笑われてる。そこにジュンはわざわざ自分から見学に来てくれて、しかも入部してくれた。半分くらいはうちが泣きついて入ってもらった感じあるけどね。とにかくそういうのってうちがロボ部に入ってから初めての経験だったんだ。
でも日高くんや古郡さんは。
Oh, they certainly have their talents, but
あの二人はどっちかっていうともう仕上がっちゃってるでしょ。
yeah, that they do.
それを即戦力として無理やり入ってもらったみたいな感じ。
They only joined because of deals they made out of self-interest. It's almost like a business network.
とにかくね、ジュンがロボのこと知らないのに興味を持ってくれてすっごく嬉しかったの。これからジュンにいろんなこと知ってほしい。それでロボ部のこともっともっと好きになってもらいたい。
And maybe if we're lucky, we can hopefully finally get Junna over her phobia with her grandfather's robots.
輝いてるね。
Akiho has the enthusiasm that Junna wishes she had.
やっぱりその夢とか打ち込んでるものがある人はキラキラしてる。
そう？キラキラしてるなんて言われたの初めてかも。
うん、本当にね、いいなって思ったの。私の夢はついこの前終わっちゃったから。
Yeah, her dream was to chase the karate club.
こうして ロボ部に入ったのはどっちかっていうと空手の代わりっていうか、空手がダメになっちゃったけど他にやることないからなんとなく腰掛けでくらいの感覚だったんだけど、あ、ごめんね、腰掛けなんて言って。瀬宮さんにとっては大事な夢なのに。
寂しい？夢終わっちゃって。
どうかな。なんとなくあそこで終わるだろうなっていうのは予想ついてたから、覚悟みたいなものはねできてたけど、
うちは夢が終わっちゃったら寂しいけどな。だから空手の代わりになるかどうかは分かんないけど、寂しさを紛らわす手段にしてくれてもいいよ。そうやってロボ部で活動するうちにいつの間にか新しい夢になってるかもしれないしね。だから遠慮なんかしないでね。うちとジュンはロボ部女子連合軍なんだし。
As for Fraubo, well, we can deal with her some other time.
瀬宮さん、
秋穂でいいよ。
あ、うん。じゃあ秋穂ちゃん。
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm in some movie about a bunch of hip teenagers or something. Things are finally starting to feel like the high school club experience I always wanted.
限る私なんかでよければできるだけお手伝いするね。
よろしく。っていうか今日だけでも他の3人の何百倍も役に立ってもらったしね。
ただ今日みたいに急に知らない人の前で型をやれみたいなのはちょっと。
ごめんもうしないから。
Well, hopefully you won't have to.
秋穂ちゃんと話せてよかった。ちょっとスッとした。
Well, at least that helps.
うちちょっとは部長らしかった？
どうかな。
そこはもちろんって言ってほしかった。
Either way, establishing deeper bonds with fellow club members is never a bad thing. That said,
さて活動費も手に入ったことだしパーツを買いあさるぞ。その前にドクにツケを返さなくちゃ。
yeah, better do that first. I'll complete Gun Build 1 even if I don't get Kai and Subaru's help.
とりあえずジュンにはガンバレルについて勉強してもらおうかな。
Just don't go too overboard with that, Akiho.
全部で155話、来週中に見といてね。
155 episodes in a week. is a very tall order.
え
Maybe if there were 40 or 45 episodes, sure, but... Oh well. It only took Frau 3 days to write a program for M45, and disheveled is a grievous understatement.
つうか72時間もあれば楽勝でしょ上皇。
72時間ずっと作業してたわけ？
一度作業に入ると終わるまで寝ないのがデフォなんだお。
TBH, that slang originating in the 2000s, shortful to be honest.
だから今すごく眠いです。
Yeah, you should probably rest before you
そこまで
collapse.
本気を出してくれるとは思ってなかった。
You didn't think at all, Subaru.
メガネが超細かい使用書を送りつけてくるからイラ壁だった。
おかげで調整時間はかなり余裕を取れそうだ。助かるよ。
Well, at least that's sorted.
別にあんたのために徹夜したんじゃないんだからね。
No need to go tsundere on us there, Frau.
ん？
Never mind, Subaru.
なんで今棒読みだった？
ツンデレのテンプレゼリフも知らんとか情弱オツ。
Tsundere, a girl who is usually aloof and acerbic, but becomes affectionate, dere, when alone with her romantic interest. However, the definition has become more broad recently. Archetype, a term used to separate characters with similar attributes into specific categories, often abbreviated as type. And wrong-sider. Net slang used in the 2000s. Someone on the wrong side of the digital or information divide. It is used in order to ridicule people who are controlled by media and believe anything they see on the internet. There is a phrase that brings a smile to my face. Yeah, cursed is a very apt way of phrasing it there, Subaru.
腕はいいのに人格破綻者とは残念な女子だ。
あながち間違ってない。
And she didn't deny it. And again with the creepy smile. And she's self-aware.
そもそも
Shameless,
フル
more
ゴール
like.
今日も出てこないつもりか。
Just like before, Frau was calling in.
自分自宅警備員ですから。あと何 足のきつさがやばす。外出たら目が痛くなる。目が
The goggles, they do nothing. Sorry, I had to throw that reference in there. I can only watch Frau's attempted acting with a cold gaze. Oh, you think this is acting? Subaru completely ignores this virtuoso transfer student's gestures and starts to fiddle with his Pokégon. It's already connected to M45 via cable.
プログラムのダウンロードは済ませました。あとは M45 用に調整しつつ、とりあえず少し動かしてみましょう。できたら教えてよ。俺それまでキルバラやってるんで。
Very well then, Kaito.
ヤシオ先輩はいつチーター狩りをしてくれるのか教えるべき。
チーター狩りね。
Yeah, that was the deal. Oh yeah, I guess that was part of the deal. Huh. Truth be told, I was going to accept her offer either way, since it's connected with KILL-BALLAD.
具体的にどうすればいいわけ？
私の部屋に来ればいいじゃない。
Does she realize what she's saying? It's a reference. Why is she fidgeting around and looking all embarrassed?
そしてカビ臭くてエアコンでギンギンに室温下げた部屋であられもない姿でゲームすればいいじゃない。風呂にも入らずタンクトップに短パンで目にクマを作りながら不機嫌そうにゲームをし続けるべき。そこに現れたただタンクトップ姿の長深田がこういうのであります。
The idea of Michi in a tank top terrifies me.
いいか、ゲームは1日1時間だ。お前みたいなただれた生活してるやつはお仕置きだ。
You know, part of me is actually tempted to believe that Michi might say that, but then given the kind of person he is, I think even he would be freaked out by Frau's behavior.
何言ってんの先生。俺にお仕置きしたいならまず勝負しなよ。絶対勝てないけどね。
話す気がないなら電話切るけど。
Frau's eyes are totally bloodshot. I think she's gone crazy after staying up for so long.
つうわけで、私の部屋に来るべき。そしたらチーター狩りの方法について教える。
Oh, so she wasn't kidding about that.
気が向いたらね。
Man, I'd got to drag myself all the way to her place, and yeah, whenever we were using the Pokecom, it was a good idea to check what's going on. From Junna. Been researching about on the abnormal weather and encountered something about an apocalyptic sound. My urban legend senses started giggling. Right. Yeah, that one is exactly the way. Giggling, huh? I guess if you it kind of looks like tingling if you stare at it for a long time. Back down to oh, tingling. All right, you kind of beat me to the punch there, Junna. Well played. And Subaru's putting up his gimmick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm planning to enter the Robo 1 World Championships with a partner. I treat him as a brother and I promise he has skill. I will introduce to him very soon, so keep your eyes open. Oh god. Apocalyptic sounds, aka mystery sounds, signify the end of the world. It was reported heard across the world starting in 2011. Sounds for those, per se. That's Frau with her Genki avatar. Regarding finishing that one job, because I was concentrated on it, I missed the auction for the Rainet book by Yui Koga. Ah, Rainet. Yeah, pretty much as exciting as KILL-BALLAD. I'll never forgive you. Never. And we're back to Junna again. Places heard: Kiev, Belarus, Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, North Bergen, Maryland. Yeah, I know it's Maryland, but it's pronounced Maryland. Just trust me on that. Scandinavia, the list just keeps going. Every year the sound is confirmed in new locations. Akiho, we have more members, but Gun Build 1 production isn't going any faster. You know what? There's one. I know it's very uncharacteristic of Kaito, but work with Jun-chan. Putting people where they exceed is a required skill for a club president. Not that Junna exceeds at building robots. The sound itself is uploaded as a video. I got goosebumps listening to it. It was like a scream from a very large animal, or like the sound of a trumpet that declares the end of the world. That might be a dark society trying to conquer space. Play 20 minutes, 5-0, and that's it for this day. See what's been happening elsewhere. Hello from Space Candy. Our delicious mint flavor candy, Space Candy, is currently on sale in the Kyushu area. Uncle has a great vision as a businessman. I don't get it at all. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Minchi. Oh well. From Kokane Fukashi. Blog update. The dark relationship between Exco and the media are exposed from the HUG malfunction accident. It's like Hurricane, the free journalist is on normal operation. LOL. Easy job to just scare people. I think Kurikane Shi has the right argument about Exco. The defense from the media is too awkward. Isn't Exco a company that got so big really fast a great target for the media? Considering the media has been a little quiet about them recently. Yeah, they're really going after. Well, they're kind of going after Exco. I don't get that feeling. Where did you get that from? They just can't move around as much because they don't have enough things to talk about. HUG users should be more upset about this. That'll make the CEO come out officially. I wonder about that. What's up with the people defending Exco? Are you saying to look the other way even though someone died from an HUG? How much did Exco pay you? Is Exco that much of an influential enterprise? I get they have a lot of advertisements, but I don't think they're big enough to cover up comments with this much pressure. Controlling freedom of speech or having a mold is so out of date, they don't exist. Sumio, was it? That PR girl is showing up on media. What? Just ask her. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Misaki-san for 2 or 3 days now. Did she run away? Misaki-san? Maybe she's just staying away from the bad PR. Maybe. Have a look around, trying to see if Irie is here. I don't often use this. That's the upper half of gun barrel, clearly missing its arms and its head. And the legs lying down under the tarp. Plus, she lives alone. Yeah, I'm back on the matter of Frau. If I go, I'm gonna be stuck with that weirdo genius, just the two of us. We can make it, you and I. Yeah, sorry about that. Imagining myself in that situation is enough to make me feel disgusted. This is going to suck. I can feel all motivation leave my body, and yet we have to go. Because thou must. I leave Subaru to his business and walk toward the runway. The sun is still high up in the sky. That's when I noticed Junna standing at the edge of the runway. Why is she there? The heat haze is making her look all wavy. It's kinda cool. Hopefully she doesn't get heat stroke. She looks like she's standing in her school uniform, but in reality she seems to be doing some kind of kata. So she hasn't, she's still doing that in her spare time. Is she bored? Maybe. I don't blame her. I heard Akiho finally secured a sponsorship deal with Space Candy, but the money will probably take some time. I can't see Junna doing much for the club outside of maybe running errands. But you never know. Akiho might as well lecture her about robots or something. No, don't worry, Kaito. Akiho's got you covered on that front. Those thoughts crossed my mind as I opened my Pokemon. After talking to Irie on the other day, I did a little bit of research on the Minami-Tane Community Center. I prefer to ask Mizuka-san about it, but she gets scarier than usual when I bring Irie up, so it's been rough. Yeah, bring up too many bad memories. So I decided to do my own research. As luck would have it, I got a lot more info out of my efforts than expected. So what have we got? According to the register, or the registrar, the owner is Taiyu Development. Their HQ is in Tokyo's Chiyoda district. Minami-Tane put the building out for auction in 2012 when they won the bid. Is Taiyu Development paying the bills? They might be, and if they are, to what end? Not to mention, it's fishy as hell that the EGI system, radar, Ivory, and the rest have all just been left there. Maybe I should try calling and shooting them some questions. Tempting. Or should I talk to Ivory first?
なんかいろいろめんどくさくなってきた。
Why am I taking this all so seriously? Sure, there's a weird device in an abandoned building located in my neighborhood. And sure, it might be connected to an unsolved murder case from 10 years ago. There's a part of me that wants to find out the truth about all this creepy stuff so I can finally relax. But nothing's going to change just because I get serious. Of course not. Perish the thought. Which means that all this research is just a useless waste of effort on my end. And hell, I'm not big on thinking about tough stuff. Of course not. I'd be better off using my time to play KILL-BALLAD, right? Again. Slack off on competitive games for even a little bit and you'll sharply. Plus, because I've been hanging around Subaru lately, I haven't been able to play much. Played a few games. So I plant myself firmly on the hot asphalt of the runway and boot up KILL-BALLAD. Same old Kaito.
まったくぶっぱ連発とか読み合い完全放棄じゃないか。そういうの低レベルすぎて全くリスペクトできないね。
And it looks like victory.
ヤシオくん、何やってるの
Junna suddenly pops into frame and takes a peek at my Pokecom screen. Her cheeks are a little damp, probably from exercising. I face the screen toward her.
ああ、ゲーム。
Indeed.
そっちは何してたの？
型の練習。もう引退したのにね。小さい頃から毎日やってきた習慣だから、その一日一回はやらないと落ち着かないんだ。
アキちゃんにはほったらかしにされてるわけ。
あ、そ そういうわけじゃなくて、
But pretty close.
頑張れるっていうアニメあるでしょ。あれを全部見ておいてって言われて、今日もね、それをちゃんと見てたんだよ。でもじっと見てるだけって私ちょっと苦手で。
So she got bored watching anime and decided to practice her kata on the edge of the runway so Akiho couldn't see her.
適当に見ておけばいいと思うよ。俺もそうだから。
実はながらみ。
Junna mischievously explains in a bashful tone. Since the data is stored in the cloud, as long as you have a connection, you can watch anime anytime on Pokemon. It's very convenient. Even when you're hanging out on the edge of an abandoned airport runway.
秋穂ちゃんには内緒にしておいてね。
Your secret safe is with us.
あ、いいよ。
Upon hearing my reply,
ヤシオくんって
Junna seems relieved. is
本
what
当
that
に
said.
ゲームばっかりやってるんだね。飽きたりしないの？
Kaito, get tired of KILL-BALLAD?
純ちゃんは空手飽きたりした？
空手は私にとっては飽きるようなものじゃなくて。
でしょ？それと同じだよ。
あ、なるほど。わかったような気がする。
Maybe, maybe not.
先輩！
And Subaru's there. Subaru calls for me from the hangar. Is he done with the adjustments? Probably. I was kind of hoping to get some more KB time in. I rose to my feet and let out a sigh. As soon as I get back to the hangar, Subaru grabs my Pokécom, connects it to M45 and begins to fiddle with that.
キルバラシステムをアップデートしました。M45 に先輩のポケコンも登録しておいたので、もう操作はできます。
Well, it should. I boot up KILL-BALLAD System 2019 from my Pokécom.
M45 の調整はほぼ終わりです。あとはヤシオ先輩の好みになりますから、細かいセッティングを詰めていきましょう。
The control scheme is pretty much the exact same as the honorary prez, that is, except for a couple of upgrades. Commands for some unique actions have been added, which means there are about 1.5 times more commands than there were. Even then, there's only about 20 moves in all, so it's still less than a KB moveset. Remembering them will be a cinch.
試しに動かしてみてください。
ファイルバンカーは？ファイルバンカー見たい。
The president is acting like she's our live studio audience or something.
コマンド表だと、
アクセルインパクトと同じでしょ。
Frau had sent the command list to me earlier, so I'm already familiar with it. It's good to know. I swiftly input the command. Yeah, now there's something that has impact.
スバルは生意気だけど、あえてパイルバンカーを採用したところにだけは好感持てるよ。
てっきり部長が好きな武器は剣とかハンマーかと思っていましたが。
もしかしてまたリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの対立関係に持っていきたいの？
Probably want to steer clear of that, Subaru.
いえ、そもそもリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの定義そのものが曖昧で。
そういう不毛な言い争いは鬱陶しいから他でやってくれないかな。
だってスバルが。
部長が先に挑発してきたんでしょ。
I ignored the two and then put the pile bunker command one more time. I then cancel the action during its animation time and activate the other arm's pile bunker.
スムーズだね。反応はいい。無線でリンクしてることを考えてもね。キャンセル技もちゃんと入る。
Makes for a great feint attack.
僕も驚きです。わずか数日でフルゴーリがここまでのものを上げてくるなんて。
Not you, that's for certain. I try executing the same command multiple times, switching up the timing for each attempt.
入力受付時間は少し長すぎかな。
But that's really due to the fact that M45 is sluggish. Next I'll make it walk.
歩いた。
Yes, I can walk.
歩くのはうちの種子島新さんの方が早いよ。
そうなの？すごい。
まあね。
She acts all proud despite the fact that she's not the one who built it. Besides, both robots were built with completely different goals in mind. Prez was made for mobility, M45 for power.
M45 ならではの特殊動作として腰をひねるための専用コマンドが用意してあります。可動範囲はだいたい330度ですね。
Apparently, since I can accurately control which way it twists and to what extent, I can really push it to the extreme, which will come in very handy.
30度単位に自由に角度を選択できます。これはキルバラシステム導入前からの M45 の特徴でしてね。
360度回転はできないわけ？
できるわけないでしょ。そんなことをすればモータのケーブルが絡まってしまいますよ。
That makes sense. He spits out his words as if the mere concept of me being new at this offended him.
360度で絡まるなら330度でも絡まるんじゃないの？
そんなことはありませんよ。
You seem quite sure of that.
問題なのは360度のひねりを可能とすると720度ひねりだってできてしまうということです。
Ah, that makes sense. If I can do it once, I can do it twice or more. Keep twisting like that and the cables will get tangled. So that's why he stopped it at 330 degrees to prevent it from doing a full rotation.
理解した。
どういうこと？
Something very useful. We can just ignore the straggler for now. I try executing a series of basic punches, kicks, steps, and reversals. Even after getting familiar with the robot's capabilities, its sluggishness still feels awkward to me. Kaito is very used to speed. It's like I'm in the middle of a slow-mo attack.
このもっさり感調整できない？
フル氷のプログラムでももっと速い動きを想定はしていたみたいですが、それをやるとモータが持ちません。歯車の強度の問題です。こればかりはどうしようもないので慣れてもらうしかありませんね。
I'm sure I will after some practice. Personally, I'm way better with agile characters than I am with grapplers. See, my reaction speed is higher than the average person. I can capitalize on that talent of mine with an agile type character.
ねえねえ、種子島新さんと戦わせてみない？
実戦形式で練習しようってこと？
Could be interesting. Depends.
そう、種子島新さんは純が操縦するの。
私
Junna's flustered by the sudden call to arms.
やっぱりロボ部とは何かを知ってもらうにはね、実際にロボを触ってもらうのが一番だと思うんだ。種子島新さんなら操縦も簡単だし、一度やってみようよ。
Unfortunately, she's never played KILL-BALLAD, Akiho.
やめとくべきだね。
ヤシオくんの言う通りだと思う。私みたいな素人が操縦しても足引っ張るだけで。
カイ、なんで止めるの？まさかロボの操縦は自分の仕事だから誰にも譲りたくないってこと？いつの間にかそんな素晴らしい責任感を持ってくれるようになったんだね。うち
いや違うって。俺練習試合だろうと相手が素人だろうと絶対手は抜かない主義なんだよね。それはアキちゃんが一番よく知ってるでしょ。
Yeah. When it comes to Kill
だ
Ballad,
からさ、
Kai
初
is
めてロボを
ruthless.
触ったのにいきなり俺にフルボッコにされたら、ジュンちゃんがますますロボを嫌いになっちゃうかもしれないってこと。ジュンちゃんのデビュー戦はさ、実力的に見てアキちゃんが相手してあげた方がいい。リーダーボード5位の俺とどうしても勝負したいって言うなら別に構わないけどさ。
カイ、気を使ってくれてるくせにすごく上から目線だね。
When it comes to Kill Ballad, unbelievably is the word.
私遠慮しとく。
Junna looks like she wants nothing to do with this.
だったらうちが相手になってやる。
Junna's or Kaito's? Be a bit more specific.
ちなみにうちが勝ったら頼み事聞いてね。
へえ、それってガチの勝負しようってこと？別にいいけど。
No matter how big the difference in specs is, I know I'll never lose to Akiho. I know her habits better than she does.
スバル君はそれでいい？
問題ありません。慣れるにはちょうどいい相手でしょう。
なにそれ。うちの腕前はともかく種子島シンさんはロボワンの優勝マシンなんだからね。
Yeah, but it was Kaito that was wielding it.
10年前のでしょ。
準優勝マシンでもあるんだから。
M45 には負けましたがね。
アルシオーネ、エレクトだ。
何をいきなり言い出してるんですか。
喧嘩は良くないよ。
アキちゃん、くだらないことやってないでさっさと種子島新さんを持ってきて。
Yeah, let's get the showdown underway.
ほーい。
Akiho pouts and enters the hangar.
じゃあ用意はいい？
Well, I'm sure it'll be an interesting matchup, but that will have to wait. So in the next episode, it's Kaito Yashio versus Akiho Sunomiya in an actual battle of hobby robots this time. As always, until next we meet.